So now that I'm showered, I'm gonna put on my contacts. I actually wear colored lenses. I just get these from Olens. My natural eye color is brown. These ones are like a kind of like a gray, like a light gray. Right, and then the next thing, I know it doesn't look like I have much, but I like a really clean shaven face. So I'm actually gonna change the razor today. So I usually do this part actually with my shirt off, but I'm gonna save your guys' eyes and not. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my skincare. This is just like a facial spray. And it just kind of like moisturizes your face. And then next I put on this serum. It's like a hyaluronic acid. And then what I actually do is I just dab it around. I'm going with this. I don't know if I'm doing this right, so don't judge me too hard, but this is what I do in the mornings, and it just kind of like helps get rid of some of the swelling, puts the product in as well. Sometimes I will use my Medicube in the mornings, but if I'm just looking for something quick, then I just do this. Next, I'm gonna put this on. I don't really know what this does. My wife said that it will brighten your skin, I think. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm not the type of person that wakes up super early, and luckily because of the type of job that I have, I am pretty flexible in the morning. So I get to kind of choose when I want to wake up. Obviously, unless I have to work or I have to cover someone, but most days I get to pretty much just choose when I wake up. So I wake up usually around 8:30. So this is a moisturizer. I really like this one. It's kind of thick, but it doesn't feel thick on your skin. And then lastly, I'll just put some sunscreen on. This is the same company as the hyaluronic acid. And my wife always says I don't use enough, but sometimes when I put on too much sunscreen, I feel like my face feels greasy. She's probably right, to be honest. Pretty simple. It takes me about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go get dressed, and then I do my hair after I get dressed. So today I'm just gonna wear some black pants, wear a white button-down short sleeve shirt, and just some black socks. Now I used to spend a lot of money on clothes. What I realized over time is I just get tired of wearing it eventually. So, and then I just end up donating it, which is fine. So what I do now, I guess, is I just buy a lot of basics. So these pants are literally just from Amazon. But I really like the Lululemon ABC pants. I usually wear those too. These are like 25 bucks maybe. These socks are from Uniqlo. And this shirt, it's just like a golf polo. But I think I got it at TJ Maxx for maybe like 25 bucks. So, pretty simple. Okay, now that I'm all dressed, I'm just gonna quickly style my hair. I don't really do a lot to it, and I don't use a lot of product. Obviously, you can tell it's not long. It's like probably medium length. I take the concentrator off of the blow dryer, and I basically just blow it all back because I'm trying to get like a sweeping motion, and then I just blow kind of right where I want my part to be. So once my hair is about 80-90% dry, I'll take a brush and just wet it a little bit. And then this is where I kind of more shape it. So now I'm looking for my part. I usually part it just off the center. And then that's kind of it. I just let it air dry. Today, because my hair is a little dry, I'm gonna put this in. It's like a hair essence. It just kind of like helps your hair calm down. It smooths it out, and then if you have any flyaways, it kind of helps tame them. So you just take like really little bit. And if you notice, I have an AirPod in my ear. And the reason is pretty much every single morning as soon as I wake up, starting from when I'm in the shower to getting ready, I usually like to listen to either the news or a podcast or just something that gets my brain going. There are days where I actually just listen to like some motivational video on YouTube. And I feel like that it just like, as cheesy as it sounds, it kind of puts me in the right frame of mind. But usually with a lot of what's going on in politics today, I've been listening to a lot of politics, where I listen to the news on the stock market or real estate. So it just kind of changes, but I cycle through maybe like 3 or 4 shows a week. And that's kind of it. It will dry, once it's fully dried, it will dry a little bit different. Like it'll calm down a little bit more, because right now it's a little bit like poofy. But that's kind of it. And then today I'm gonna wear Bleu de Chanel. So this is like one of my favorite fragrances. I like fragrances in general that are a little bit stronger. There's my wallet, my keys, and then lastly, I'm gonna put on my watch. So before I put on my watch, I usually just give it like a quick wipe with a microfiber, just to kind of like get all the dust or minor hairline scratches off of it. And then yeah, I wear a watch pretty much every single day. It's kind of like, nowadays this is what I spend most of my money on instead of clothes. And I also wear a Whoop. Started wearing a Whoop maybe about a year ago, and it's mainly just because it gives me feedback on how my body's doing overall, how my sleep is, how my recovery is, how much strain or like energy I put out that day. It's pretty accurate. Like there's certain metrics that will tell me when I'm sleeping the next day when I wake up, and it will actually kind of warn me if I'm getting sick, and it's pretty accurate. So I highly recommend this product if you want something to track, you know, just like your daily health. I also wear the same pair of shoes every single day. They're just Doc Martens, and the reason is that I have a chronic leg pain, and these are the only shoes that I have ever found that I can kind of function throughout the day with. These have been my saving grace. So these are pretty much the only shoes that I wear now. So I'm gonna go into work now. I actually usually don't eat breakfast, also because I just usually get coffee as soon as I get to the cafe. But I also like to just have a small, at least like 10-hour window where I don't eat, 10 to 12 hour window where I don't eat. And it's mainly because I feel like it helps me re-regulate my body and kind of help deplote me as well. So I just got back home and I just picked up a quick lunch. I just got a salad from Tokyo Central. I normally do not like eating salad for lunch because I just feel like it actually makes me more hungry. It's just like it's like a tease. But I have a birthday party to go to today in downtown LA, and I'm gonna eat with my wife before we go at a ramen shop. So I need to eat healthy before then. So I'm eating a salad. Just some Spindrift. I used to be addicted to Coca-Cola, but what I realized, I think I just like the carbonation. So this kind of gives me that same feeling of drinking soda without all the sugar and calories. One of my biggest pet peeves with salad is when the dressing is just like sitting on top. So I always shake it up. Yeah, not very exciting lunch, but it's good, cheap. So this is my mini bookshelf. There's not a lot of books because I've given a lot away of them over the years, but these are ones that I kind of come back to. I also have like the last couple years, like all the Rolex catalogs. Think and Grow Rich, Psychology of Money, 10X Rule. Yeah, so these are kind of like the general books. I don't really read a lot of fiction. I mainly read nonfiction books, and most of them are just like mindset kind of books, to be honest. This book that I've read, I'm currently reading again. It's called Investing Legacy, and the subtitle is How the 0.001% Invest. It's basically a book about what they call the decimals. So they define it as anyone who's basically made like tens of millions of dollars. They use what's called a family office, and there's two different types. There's a single family office and a multifamily. Basically, like in a nutshell, it's what do these really wealthy families, like after they've accomplished everything, like what do they want to do with their money? And so this book is kind of about how to preserve your legacy and how to invest really in your legacy, not just for you, but also for future generations. And I think that's something that I'm personally kind of passionate about, is figuring out not only how to create wealth, but how to pass it down to the next generation. Generally, generational wealth actually statistically only lasts about 3 generations. You have the person that makes it, you have their kids, and then you have the grandkids. And by the grandkids, it's pretty much spent. I think that book is really cool in that it gives you kind of a good insight into what these families put their money towards and what they actually do philanthropically, what they want to leave their legacy towards. I don't really read things too much that are like nonfiction or fantasy. I really read things that are more practical. They're trying to kind of just get my brain thinking and moving. And the only time I would say that I don't do that is right before I go to bed, I listen to a lot of theory videos, and literally theories about anything, like Star Wars theories, SpongeBob theories, alien conspiracies, like anything that's just kind of, I get to veg out and turn my brain off. But I always try to, whatever I do, whatever I read or listen to, I always try to find things that feed my brain. So these came in the mail today. I have been looking for some lighter pants because I used to always just buy, like I showed earlier, those pants that I get on Amazon. But the problem is they don't last very long. So I end up buying more throughout the year, and I think it's just costing me like an absurd amount of money. I got these ones earlier from Lululemon also. They're like a waffle kind of design. I really like these, but they're a little bit too small, which is weird because I have the same exact pants in black, and they fit fine, so I don't know. So this one is kind of like a gray, and this is kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if these fit. And then I also got one more. Let's see which ones these are. Oh, these ones are kind of like a cream color, but they have an elastic waistband. So these ones have, for like a belt loop. These ones do not. Personally, I like the ones with the belt loop better, but I really like this color actually. So I'm gonna see which ones fit, and then I'm probably going to keep one. So as I mentioned, I am going to a birthday party in downtown LA, and I'm eating ramen beforehand. Now I know that ramen is not really good for you in any way, shape, or form physically, but I'm a big believer in moderation, and I think things are okay as long as you do it in moderation. There are very few things that are not generally okay if it's done in moderation. So, ramen is my personal favorite food. So I'm gonna splurge a little bit on my diet and just enjoy a meal. So I think that's important too, to have a balanced lifestyle. Like moderation is okay rather than completely restricting yourself of all things. So after we went to the birthday party, we came to this place in downtown LA, Malay Crepe. They actually have them in Sawtelle too, but it's one of my favorite desserts. Basically, it's just like custard. It's a crepe with custard inside, and then they burn it on the top like creme brulee. It's so good. Oh, it's so sweet. I don't want to guess how many calories in this, but I just don't think about it. This is my binge night. Definitely check it out. They have them in Little Tokyo. Also, they have one in Sawtelle, West LA, near UCLA. Alright, so I just got out of the shower. First thing, I'm just gonna brush back my hair. Just a general, quick kind of night routine that I do. So now I'm gonna use what's called the Medicube. And this device is pretty cool. It has like 3 or 4 different settings. I'm just gonna use the booster mode, which helps absorb product into your skin better. This is the same thing that Mist. I'm gonna go in with the same hyaluronic acid that I used this morning. And after, I'm gonna use this one. This is by Coz RX, I think it's called. I really can't remember what this one does too, but I use this one at night. If anyone knows what it does, please comment down below.
1 minute passed. Dermashot mode, level 1.
This is called Dermashot mode, and basically, like, it helps tighten your skin. I'll just finish with some moisturizer. That's kind of it. Then I'll just do a quick blow dry of my hair. I just want my hair dry enough so it's not going to bed wet.